Yeah, speaking of all the sports betting that everybody's getting pissed about, and you're just seeing it referenced so many ways, what is the over-under that this series would have gone on this long? I would have never predicted it, and it even started off meaning to be a permadeath gauntlet, like, oh, I'll play as every hero, or I'll just get all the heroes real quick, wink, wink, which has taken me like almost a year on and off of playing this to get like one hero, just because of the pace of it, and just because I wasted my gems on like the little event cards and things like that. But still, right, it's gonna take a lot longer than I thought. But no, like what you really have to blame for this series is cross duel, the fact that that was a mobile game. So then I segued into, if I'm gonna play a mobile game, I may as well try this or something else, because that just wasn't doing it for me, even though I got to kind of troll and role play as the Ojama King that I love so much. And then the only other thing is I guess the other Yu-Gi-Oh games in general. Which again, I'm not going to say that, oh, everybody loves this one. Destroy a zombie. It's not really that good though. And I guess at least it makes sense. So what would make sense for Bad Moon Rising? Like daylight savings time? Oh, is that maybe when they did it too? It'll be fucking not daylight savings time, but it'll be when the clocks fall back. They could do it for that. Because they didn't do it for Halloween. People even said, oh, it might be for Halloween or you better be ready. But then I was playing at that time and it didn't happen. Sweet summer nights, but it's not even fucking spring yet, dude. What are you talking about, summer? I have no desire to get that, though. I would want something. Fall Legends, Autumn Pack. What do you mean fall, dude? It's telling me it's summer one time. It's telling me it's autumn. It's fucking spring, dude. And it's not really even spring. But sometimes you do get some pretty interesting packs here with respect to... we've seen that Smash pack that gave a guaranteed legendary, and it wasn't even that expensive. Right, the Nurse, and I've gotten that twice, but we've never seen any other pack, I don't feel like that. What is even the difference? It's just random shit. I don't want to buy anything because like I said, I almost want to have only a 1,000 at least for 2 Bad Moon Risings whenever and if ever it comes out. So anything above 1,000, then I can fuck around. So if I want to get an event card, I have to have 1,500. I'm going to be very anal about doing that now, but whatever, at least we'll get one of them. But yeah, it'll be like, oh no, 2 of them is best, because you know, oh no, you don't want more than 2 because that wouldn't be optimal, because you're not going to get a chance to use them, obviously. You know, like, oh, that's one of my favorite comments in the series. Obviously he didn't mean it in any particular way. He's just saying it like, oh, you know, I said, oh, I have 2 dark matter dragon fruits, and he's like, oh, 2 of them is optimal. It's like, it doesn't matter whether 2 is optimal or not. Like, I'll take as many as I can get. I'm not going to complain if I get fucking 4 of them, because this is not only is it a free-to-play new player playing relatively, but it's also a no crafting run, so I have to settle for however many I got. So it's not like, oh, I strategically have 2 of them. No, I just happen to get 2 and I'm using them. It's not, you know what I mean? It wouldn't matter whether it's optimal or not. Give me a 3rd one, I'll use a 3rd one. I don't give a shit. But I get it. You're talking about like more optimal ways to build it. This isn't the best hand, but I can deal with it. And Captain Combustible has actually been killing it the last couple episodes. In fact, the last episode, I think he was the only one. He was the only one who got a chance to play, I think, because he dominated so long. And by so long, I mean the relatively short length of the episode. But still. And of course, as usual, we get an unfair matchup. Like, we're only ranked 10, dude. It should not be more than double. And you might think, oh, well, that's why you get such fast queue times that I always praise about the game. But the reality is that, see, I almost should have just done that to the face, because if you're not going to win like that, you're not going to win at all just by going hyper aggro. Captain Combustible is going to make me actually a fan of aggro. Now, you should do this guy first, even though the dinosaur thing is going to be probably more of it. Because if you get the synergy here, sure, it'll be worth it, but even that doesn't bother me. It's just now he'll double up with the effect, because of the simple fact that you're able to, you know, get 2 of them together. It would be nice if I could have used the bonus attack there, but I guess I didn't even really need to. So she's all about farming her little brains here. Alright, that's fine. So this will still be pretty dangerous for them if they get to Then I could just put down anything I want and just do an extra attack, I guess, or I could do this to kill it. But is that really worth it? I mean, you could do like this and then just do this. Even though it's not the best kind of curve play, sometimes you, again, if he doesn't deal with these little what are they called? I always call them the wrong thing. Velociradish Hunter. Okay, that's actually still not that big of a deal because you're gonna almost kill it right now. And as much as the repeater sort of mechanic is going to help them farm up the block meter, you can't really hide from it. Right, you're gonna have to deal with that no matter what anyway. I mean, you could do this as like a stupid little... Or, you know what? You could just do a bonus attack with this to deal with that. Which, again, I'm playing this too much still for efficiency and like on the board and stuff. I should be more aggressive. I keep saying that's the whole beauty of how I've been doing so well, is at least you commit to an idea. But I guess I am getting a lot of damage through, but I was trying to like win too much on the board here. Like, I shouldn't even care about the surfboard guy. Let him hit me in the face. She's not gonna kill me before I kill them. Or if you do, I mean, obviously that's the ultimate failure, but more than likely you would win because you outlast me, which you can't seem to do. So the poison ivy thing is cute, but you do the 2 damage. I don't really even know what I'm doing here. Nothing I do is going to be like a very optimal play. I'll just go for the face damage, even though I can't like really play anything else besides that. The anti-hero becomes so useless here because it's like you don't have enough space to put this shit down, so it doesn't even matter. Anti-hero would be really good with like a team-up mechanic, but you of course don't have that as well. At least I don't have that much in here. You're very low. You're gonna get your stupid block meter. Like, this is what I mean. If I lose, it'll be exclusively to that one mechanic that we love so much. Poison Ivy really needs team up for it to be good. As long as you don't have heals, I don't really care as much about my block meter, but you should just lose because of that, but who knows what else you have. But you have 0 fucking brains. Not enough to beat them. You gotta talk shit about them too, calling them an idiot. But no, that Viking is one of my favorite cards. You would think I would like Bullseye more too, as much as I hate the block meter, but I don't know. None of the Bullseye cards really stand out to me. And I don't even like him because he's Bullseye either. I like him because he drains their block meter too. Not because I want it, but because it'll, you know, whatever. So you don't need Bullseye. You can just hit him, farm up their block meter, and then he'll just take it away. Right, so that's the next level. I don't really want to keep that. This is a pretty decent curve. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is all shows you the power of the hard commit. If you hard commit to something, you're going to do better than this halfway wishy-washy style. Even at the beginning, I was going for it. Sure, I didn't have the cards to play aggro, but I didn't have the cards to play anything, really. And I still don't really have an entirely cohesive thing. But what it does is it allows you to basically look at it like, now look how efficient that was. We're winning on the board even with an aggressive style. But no, it allows you hard commit, so you know what's going to work and what doesn't. So there'll be those games where it feels like, oh, you made that suboptimal play, why did you do that? But it's like, if you didn't do it, you knew you weren't going to win anyway. It's like Renounced Darkness in some meta decks at one point. Like, why do you have Renounced Darkness in a Control Warlock deck? Because if you know that you're not going to win by playing Control, and you're going to lose before that, then you might as well go for it. That maybe wasn't even worth it. I should have probably made a 4-4. Haven't been this excited by a custodian since Michael in GTA 5 when you have to go and sweep the stupid ass floor in whatever that heist mission. Some of the mundane mission activities in that game are just so stupid. Like they try to make it seem like it's going to be something special, but it's just not. Or like, wait, this will be heist environments. Little aggro here, and then, but no, like that's got to be some inside joke. Like Rockstar Games made millions of people spend collectively millions of hours mopping the floor in a video game when it's not even like a deep or fun mechanic. Like Viscera cleaning detail or whatever is some game I have on Steam that I don't even know how I got, or whatever. If it's at least like Super Mario Sunshine, at least they make it fun. They're like a fully fleshed out mechanic, but this is not what that is. I mean, it's possible that would let it survive. Yeah, -1. So you'll trade in with that. You'll take 2 here. It's just disturbing when they have so many cards left in their hand, though, because I have to hope that I get something decent. And I don't really have anything high cost here, even assuming I would want something high cost. I love how everybody just becomes a ranged character, though, here, because of how they visually show it. The zombies who struggle to hit you from a range and have like 0 zombies in the game, the original game, that have anything from a range, now they just do it with no second thought, right? There's like 1 ranged zombie in the whole game, and it's the little catapult guy. As much as I'm intrigued by that, I argue we should have just gone for the anti-hero thing instead. But we'll see. Okay, that's actually still fine, because you'll still work towards something, even as slow as that might seem. Yeah, look at how much life it gives them. Like, it just drags the game out way too much. Always gives me a little bit of a scare that, like, oh, it's going on this long, but I almost do feel like I need some team up situation with this, because you end up putting so much shit on the board and it's so low cost, but I guess then you'll burn out of cards and then you'll need too much card draw. You need stuff with team up and card draw all in one, which there's probably very few cards in the game like that. You know what this game has is, like, it has a very sliding scale element to the high cost cards. There's very few of them, or whatever, like really high cost things, and then when they are, of the ones that there are, they're like way too strong or like way too impactful, or they have like a one-of-a-kind effect that nothing else in the game has, like the zucchini. The zucchini is like the only form of silence that I could find in the whole game, like where it turns everything into like a chicken or whatever, some one thing, right? So it's a very unique effect. Now we should get the leafy thing from this, but part of the value isn't even that, oh, it's so good, it's that it's okay. Now this is arguably not even what I want, but for this kind of deck, but whatever. I mean, it's just free real estate. Okay, come on, you shouldn't have an answer for this every fucking time. Imagine if I actually lose this now, dude. We never see that Magic Beanstalk thing pay off, actually, because we see so many people play it, but the game's always over before then. We could get destroyed by these stupid little guys here. Oh shit, the ultimate perfect lethal. Because of course he will always have an answer for everything. Or just don't heal your dumbass. Look at that, you clutched it, and quite frankly that's a very impactful play, because if I didn't do that, who knows what else. I mean, I would have to get like a berry blast or one of those other things. Sounds like a drink at some fast food place. You know what was one realization I had the other day? Like, I never have to buy tissues or sometimes like plasticware and stuff, because I get fast food so much that I always get some from that, and then I just keep them and use them. So that's one fast food, you know, low income fast food hack. Just whenever you get fast food, just get a whole bunch of fucking tissue, so you never have to buy any. You get a whole bunch of utensils, you get a whole bunch of condiments. Not that I even use condiments, but Okay, this would probably be a smart thing to do. Even that's not really an aggro card, but it's still pretty damn efficient. Mega Mind fan over here. There's so many movies I haven't seen. Like there was a period where I actually used to review movies, and I've seen thousands of them as a result of that. But then I just completely stopped. So like even as much as a fan as I am of Nolan, and he richly deserved an Oscar for many of his movies in the past, whether you feel like he deserves it for Oppenheimer or not, I haven't even seen Oppenheimer, sadly. But no, if I do it now, I got to turn it into some form of React content. The gravestone is a little bit annoying. I think I'll do that because I just don't think he's going to have an answer for it right now. Right, so you're going to at least get one free hit there. Some of these high health minions are just annoying though. These like 1-3, 1-5, that guy who's in the little bookcase or whatever. The guy in the closet, coming out of the closet, I forget his name. Dr. Space Time or whatever. You can't use the trick, which again is one of my favorite mechanics, but could be dangerous to leave these things around. You can play zombies when it's time for tricks. For fuck's sake, dude. Little Dahlia Hawthorne looking trick over here. What was that combo character I said? Like Dahlia Hawthorne plus there was some joke that I made with some the Great Ace Attorney, like, oh yeah, that chick from whoever the villain is in the first case of Great Ace Attorney, which I guess I don't even know for sure, but I said it was like a combination of Dahlia Hawthorne and Richard Wellington because she's like snarky and stuck up, but she's also kind of got that same cutesy innocent vibe, like every rose has its thorn kind of thing, where she seems nice on the surface and she's a bitch underneath. So that's almost what they were going for. Copy 2 case 1 villains in one, just for like, obviously, even though Dahlia is more than that, she is a case 1 villain technically. Hydrant Imp, Zombie Gargantua, fine. But this would actually kill you if not for the stupid ass block meter. But no, you know what's even more pertinent with this idea? Not only do you play, there is actually an internal logic to it. It's not that you're going, this is the hilarious thing about the block meter. Think about this. Next level strats. The reason why you go face and ignore their board isn't just because you have to win that way and that's what you want to do as far as aggro, like face is the place. The act of you getting hit and triggering your own block meter is going to give you more aggressive cards to try to finish them off sooner. So like right now, if I had the double attack thing, the hero card, right? From my own block meter, I might have just won because I could have double attacked and hit him with this and killed him that last turn. So you're actually farming out your own block meter cards for offensive purposes. I mean, you can just basically play everything, which is kind of dumb, but what does this fucking thing do anyway? Move to the right when it hurts to play a hero. I guess we could just get rid of that one, but when revealed, zombie does bonus attack. Even if he does it with the stupid guy, it won't kill it. Or I mean, yeah, it'll still trade. Although as much as I'm talking trash about potentially, you know, face tanking for that, I almost died again. No, I mean, Captain Combustible has been the GOAT, even though I've given him the preferential treatment of, you know, like, oh, I always play him first just because he's the newest one, but he's certainly lived up to it. At the beginning, he was doing okay, but we've started to do a lot better lately. The last 3 episodes, basically, including this one, he's gone on better streaks than most. Yeah, I have some sort of superpower of my own, like how these, you know, technically that's what they're called, right? Superpowers. I always call them hero powers or hero cards, but like my own real life superpowers, I have this uncanny ability to play the same decks over and over in any game and never get bored of them because I have that same thing happening in Magic now, where it's sort of a free-to-play first playthrough, and like I keep playing the same ones, hexproof, dinosaurs, this and that, and mechanics that I like, and I just keep beating it like a dead horse. I mean, it's and this seems like the kind of game, because of its simplicity in a way, it wouldn't be that bad. Like I don't even hate Control or anything, but it seems like I wouldn't mind it here even if I would in other games, because it just doesn't feel like the same way. It wouldn't be as long-winded, and where it's going to go on for like a million turns, and they're always going to have an answer and a million removal. Like it'll go on for a while, but it's still, the pace of this game is different than most. It's like you look at the early stage of some games, and that's kind of how it is, where +1/+1 when you play a zombie. Well, what's even the point of that then? Fuck it, I'll just go face. We're getting a little cocky. Amazing. It's like a dead turn play, but any sort of removal, because none of these ones don't seem like they're worth the removal. Double attack is a good one. I just don't want the unlife of the party to get out of hand. We'll do this one. We're just ignoring whatever shit he's doing. You could never tell if they actually have some synergy going on potentially, or if they're just doing it because that's the best they have, like I do. I really want to know what the demographic of this game is. It's like a bunch of little kids playing this on their phone at school or after school, or what. I don't know what it is, like why it's so popular, at least as far as the actual, like, oh shit. This will at least kill 2 of them, but I'm in a bit of a worse spot than I realized. I argue we should have used the other thing, but... oh shit, taste of my own medicine here. And of course we don't have any way to recover. All you would have to do is summon like one thing. I think I was a little bit more clownish here than even normal, so I didn't need to do that. Like where I just... you know, I don't know if it would have mattered though. See people say, oh, you misplayed the berry thing and hit him in the face, but even if I didn't do that, it wouldn't have changed the rest of what was happening, right? So that was actually impressive how he did that. Let's go ahead and do the smash, but no, I mean, Captain Combustible dominates as usual there. Very impressive run. I should have some sort of spreadsheet like I did back in the day with my Hearthstone Arena runs, like to show like what is my permadeath record with each of these characters every episode. Of course, some of them I don't even get to play, so it's almost not fair. Or I should almost continue it, like until I get through all of them. Because I'll play Captain Combustible, then he'll go on such a good run that he'll play the whole episode, and then next episode we'll start with him again, so we'll only ever play as him. Or like even him in the Smash. And so I should almost keep going. Whatever I end off on, I'll either continue the streak or... but I don't have enough heroes where it feels like that's really necessary, so... and I'll even keep this guy just because I like him so much. The 6 cost here. Some kind of old god Nazoth minion. +1/+1 when a plant enters this lane. That technically wouldn't kill it, but the death rattle will. 1 mana 2/2 is the ultimate power creep standard. The idea that you're gonna... you know, the whole baseline of value is supposed to be 1 for 1 in these kind of games. Oh, fuck, why? You would think it would just auto end there if you don't have anything you can play, but it's a good way to sort of bluff it to make it seem like you might. Like, assuming you have more brains than that, even. You play a pet, pets get buffed, that's fine. But no, I feel like a lot of the other heroes, part of the reason why I got this one is like they rely on having too many other kind of good cards or specific synergies and this and that. Even in a mid-range sense, but especially with like Rose and stuff. I like how it's heal mid-Rose too. Don't you think of Rose like she would be more a control hero, which she kind of probably still is, but... and this is one of those cards that I always clown because mainly by comparison to the Brainana, the stupid raw zombie. Of all the games I could be playing in my life right now, I cannot imagine that this would be one that I'm actually doing. You got the Admiral Bean guy. I swear that's always a tongue twister where you're always tempted to say Admirable Bean for some reason. Because you're saying Admiral and then you're thinking about the letter B. So Admirable. It just comes out. He's going to do some stun lock crazy chain with that he's able to... You know, the Smash hasn't had a great streak in a while, actually. We got to really do something with that here. Well, regardless of what I do, that stupid Thorn is going to kill me in due course. Just mitigate the environment when the only way you can really do it is by playing your own. I haven't been this disappointed by a transmog since I played Retail WoW and I had all my shitty BC gear on that Paladin that I farmed out to try to get Ashes of Valar. I mean, this one I don't exactly have a choice. I couldn't even play it on the arena thing because of the simple fact that it goes in a gravestone. I always forget that sometimes. I love the animation because it's like kind of sinister in a way, like he's the reason why the Black Plague started or something like that. This is the Ra's al Ghul line, his predecessor from Batman Begins. Speaking of Nolan, we loaded ships with plague rats. We burned London to the ground. Like the League of Shadows is taking credit for all that in a real life sense, which is kind of an interesting writing decision. That was the scene that's like the moment that people realize, oh, Nolan has arrived, kind of, where just that scene where Ra's al Ghul is in the mansion talking to Bruce. It's such an elevated level of writing that you would not expect from a movie like that. Of course, if you had seen Memento, you would already kind of realize that, but because his board is so bad, that was kind of an empty play, though, despite how good that was. But they can just do it again now. I mean, that would still kill him, but maybe putting the other thing in the water would be better. But now we get to at least flex, like what a cool mid-range kind of deck we have. That didn't really affect me at all because it's just the same thing. Although that is kind of a cool animation it gives you there, or the portrait of the heart. Why shouldn't I just be able to win because of that? I don't get it. Like, what are you going to do? You have to stop it in the water, or you have to heal, or you have to use removal. I mean, you already used the bounce. Alright. I don't like when people concede. You gotta be like me, like where I never resign in chess. You always gotta just play it out so you get to actually see the proper ending. I'm honorable enough to let that happen. I never resign in this game. Right? I don't think. Maybe I've gotten pissed a couple times and done it, but generally speaking, you gotta let the match play out. That's the whole fun of it. Of course, that's what happens in high level chess. You never see the ending. Why? Because it's either a draw, or the few times that you actually get an outcome in high level chess, which is not the majority of the time, right? Like more than half of games end in draws. But even if that's true, right, then they'll resign before it happens, and then you don't actually get to see it. And then they have to play it out on the analysis board or something stupid. Hey Jay, how's it going? Pretty good. Okay, let's see how many Smash can win in a row. Yeah, maybe I should do that where I continue it per episode, because it is going to be unfair to the other heroes. I'll never play them unless I go on a bad streak with the rest of them. I didn't really think about it like that because of how short these episodes are. So if I always start with the same one, and then I play until I lose, now will this count as a concede or just a disconnect? Because it's like a boarding out at the beginning of a game where it shouldn't even count against you. No, it does actually count as a win. Okay. Yeah, I want to get to like 1,000 gems. Rank 13 now. I haven't gotten it back to 20 in a while just because I play so little. But there's a couple months in a row that I was getting to 20. And I crank... Oh, yeah, we can play one after this, sure. It frankly wouldn't even matter because, like, my matchups are so crazy Like, we're often playing people. I'll actually keep both of those. Fuck it. We're playing people much higher than us all the time anyway, so it's kind of unfair. At least if I was playing other rank 13s or 15s, then I wouldn't mind. We'll be rank 20 and then we'll play a rank 41 heal mid rose crazy thing, and we'll still almost beat them. But it's like, or you know what should almost happen is you should gain a lot more for doing it. But I'm not sure if it actually does that. Like, would I gain more stars for beating a rank 40 than a rank 20 if I was somewhere in between? You've reached rank 30 or 31. That's pretty good. Okay, this is good. This is good. I think my collection maybe would have its limits, even though I do have some really good cards in here. It's kind of just a little bit incomplete. You would think, oh wow, 2 dark matter dragon fruits, I should be rolling, but I have been pretty fortunate. This is why the whole no crafting thing of this is so fun, because it makes it so dynamic. And it works better with this game than most. I didn't realize, because this game does have so few cards, at least relative to other games, that it makes it more meaningful. Well, I guess it would be meaningful no matter what, but it makes it more practical. Like, I could still collect the majority of the cards in the game, or every card in the game. Rank 20 pretty easily, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's like, it works well because you can almost collect every card in the game this way, or you could, what do you call it? It would be meaningful in other games though too, I guess. But I don't know, I feel like there'd be too many cards, so it would be impossible to even keep up with trying to do that. Let's just go with the amphibious. Probably playing a freeze deck. Yeah, that is pretty rare to see too. I always make fun of the freeze mechanic because it's kind of just dumb, but I guess if you really commits to it, it could be okay. +2 in frenzy. You know, it almost might be worth it to keep that alive, but I won't even bother. Or I should keep something alive though. I'll do that one. Mostly green shadow. Yeah, that's an insult because I love green shadow, but I hate the freeze mechanic. It just feels like there aren't enough cards that have to do with it, or it's like very limited in scope. Or a lot of the cards that would have to do with it for me, I just had sort of incidentally. Like, kind of grew a hatred for them. It's like, it has some freeze synergy, but I didn't have any freeze cards, so it's like I'm just doing it, you know, like a lot of these cards you just end up using by default because you have nothing else. Doesn't really seem like he's gonna do anything too crazy here. Team up. Oh yeah, now he wants to role play as me in the PvZ hard mode because a Torchwood actually gives you ice if you only put one of them down. One of the most illogical things ever, but I guess that's meant to make it harder. Which in some ways it can kind of help you too. In some of those mini games where they're not going to give you ice, so you can kind of do some sort of unintended mechanic. Freeze decks are a pain in the ass because of the frozen squash or whatever they're called. I've probably seen it before, but I can't remember it. Okay, that was kind of a pretty shitty turn, but this is why I'm glad I actually kept those very high cost cards in my hand. This game encourages me to do that more than most, because I always would do that in Hearthstone and people would always question it, like, why do you keep such high cost cards in your starting hand? But it's because you might not get them when you really need them sometimes. And so in this case, like, it's obviously going to pay off because we knew the game was going to last that long. We'll deny him that synergy for sure. I don't know if I want to do the other one. And I had nothing else to play that turn anyway because that was still just like a bad curve. So let's see if these two can really carry us here. This is going to be destroying one of their nuts or berries. Somehow I just want to keep ignoring that at my own peril because he's going to keep buffing it, but you would think he would have to... Imagine if we lived in such a sensitive area that, oh no, 9/11, so now you're going to get banned for that. Oh no. That is like the ultimate troll. I shouldn't even say it, but... like just as the number, but of course, oh no, I have my text-to-speech thing on, so it's gonna call the police because I set it into Siri as I'm fucking talking on my stream. It'll activate by my voice chat. The plant that destroys a zombie that gets frozen. Oh yeah. +2/+2. I mean, we're obviously gonna win. Even that, well, that'll at least cut off the frenzy thing. Come on, you only got 6 health left, bro. Okay, heal for 6, no reason not to do it. Username on PvZ is the same as your Twitch name. Okay, I'll add you. I might have already added you in some previous episode, but I'll try. Okay, you should be pretty much done for, dude. He's playing it pretty well, though, all things considered, for the mechanic. I almost shouldn't have even bothered with that. I should have just put it here. Well, but I'm kind of running the risk of dying, too. Mine's the same as my Twitch name, too, I'm pretty sure. You should still die to the frenzy. And I'll actually heal a decent amount from this, too. He didn't actually protect that very well. The one time you really needed a freeze to save it, you didn't get it. But you could even die to this stupid dolphin guy, too, but that's pretty satisfying. Rank 13. Man, these quests take me so long to finish. Let's see. Wait. What? Wait, they fucked up the friends list. Did they like reset it? That's lame. I had so many people on my friends list. I guess I could just look at my past VODs and do it that way. Okay, it is Jay's. Didn't reset for you. That's so weird. Or at least the UI looks different. So there was the one time I ever had to update this game, I think, since playing it. Just either last time or the time before that I played it. Maybe my game is just bugged out. Okay, we need 20 more thing with that. Then we'll have our 1,000 that we're satisfied with. I just feel like we're never going to see Badwind Rising. That's the whole depressing thing about it. Look how even the background gets cut off. Like all the... I love that. Like you summon one of your epic legendary minions on the side of the board. Like on the plant there, right? On the height. And then you can't even see it because its face gets cut off by the stupid mobile screen. Maybe I should reset the game. Not only is it a no crafting run, but it's a no ads run either. What is that mini fucking G-Force thing inside of the game? That's weird. Let's see if it'll work now. Oh, now it's there. Okay, there it is. It always says away, like everybody just has this game open on their phone all the time, everywhere they go, but I'm pretty sure away just means they're offline. That's, yeah. Offline 18, but that's a contradiction. Away woay mean you're there, but I think your friend is busy right now. Oh, it took a while for it to even say that. Let's see. It's not often that we get new cards these days because I've been so stingy with saving my gems, but like I said, once I get to 1,000, I don't mind. So any 100 over 1,000, I could just buy a pack, or I could save up a couple hundred to, you know. This is a pretty unique thing, though, because what's going to happen is I'm going to want to do this with other games later on that I play, like some sort of Nuzlocke reactionary run where you kind of have to make the best of what you get. You're not going in with any sort of meta mindset, or even if you do go in with a meta sort of preconceived, oh, I want to make this deck, it's not going to be up to you to just craft stuff. It's going to be up to whatever the game gives you, so you make the best of it. There is something to that is very fun. Gatling P, one of my favorite ones from the actual game, but it's very hard to use it sometimes. I always wanted to use that a lot in endless mode. I might have spammed him with some kind of notification, but I wasn't trying to do that. It doesn't seem like it's working, unfortunately. Let me play a game and maybe that'll reset it. So we did win, right? So we should be able to keep playing. I feel like last month it didn't even give me any reward for my rank. Not that I got super far, but yeah, which game will I get to a higher rank in first? Will I get to Mythic in PvZ, or in Magic, or will I get to something here? Rank 50, whatever it's called. Does damage get +1? I mean, that obviously could be more valuable later. Quite the animation. Okay, so we can do a little combo synergy with the pet. But no, but the next or the other card game that I would want to play, actually make a series out of, was going to be Duelist 2, which I hope is still around and still active as well. Around these two games kind of came to my mind around the same time because of my little flex format that I started last year. It's been almost a year since I started playing this. I can't remember exactly when. I think I played it first in March, and then I made the series out of it a little bit after that. Because when I first played it there, it was just sort of a one-off sort of session. Okay, that's at least sort of good. We trade in pretty favorably. We just ignored that stupid 4-2 for the whole course of the game. That's still fine. Sometimes I do that just for the curve purpose. Like, you have the one extra brain, so you may as well just do it even if it's not the optimal time to play stuff. You might not get the chance to do it later then. You know what this art style reminds me of these things? Somehow almost like one of the Mario and Luigi games, like Partners in Time or something. I don't know why, it feels like that. Wait, this, you can move a plant, a 1/9. That's at least a pretty unique statting. When it gets hurt, it gets +4. Zombie can't be hurt. I guess we could combo this, like, move the plant, go here. Like the long animation. That's good. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do anything about that 1/9. I think this was an event card. No, it's not. I don't know why I felt like I saw that in there a while ago. Our board position's pretty good. This guy can sometimes be pretty useless, actually. I may as well just do that. I kind of wanted to do the other guy, the little musician here, just to buff everything, but it's okay. Am I really going to lose to this cute little thing? Why would you even do it like that? Oh no, because you wanted to take damage, of course. But we can always just use a hard removal on it. He's almost going to die right here. Yeah, like, how could I not be rank 20 when I'm literally farming rank 20s to get there? Like, it's just not a fair matchup system at all. Unless you somehow, like, do some combo triple attack with that, I should be fine. Oh, shit. Here we have Bad Moon Rising at home. Bad Moon Rising at home. That was actually kind of bad, wasn't it? I didn't even get to process or see what he got, but it would have been better than this, obviously. That was kind of a fun, unexpected interaction, even for him. It is a little bit dangerous to leave it like this, but there's not much we can really do because... Oh shit, he's playing some kind of evolved shaman fun thing. 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm still not gonna die. 3 damage to zombies here and next door. It should just be 5 though, based on his attack value. I don't know what I even want to play tomorrow for my random thing. I haven't been having enough time to do... What the fuck? Wait, what? Wait, how did that... I don't even know how he did enough to kill me there. Rank 38. You still there, Jay? I can't seem to figure out how this works right now. It always is kind of touch and go. Some days it'll work, some days it won't. I thought that was him actually who came online. I guess we could do Green Shadow here. Let's do one more and then maybe play him if he's there. Yeah, see, like if we win this one, I can continue as Green Shadow next time, but I just haven't been doing that. It doesn't really matter, but you want to give them all kind of a fair shot. So in keeping with the strategy that we've been trying to go for, we would try to keep the Dark Matter Dragon Fruit. That would be probably pretty worth it, I guess. And not that we couldn't have just traded into that anyway, but... This map has a seizure warning with all this shit that goes on. I mean, it's still gonna trade anyway, so why... Ah, fuck. We're gonna have a lot of buffing capability, but it feels like a waste to miss this leafy synergy here. You're not gonna be able to stop him from doing the little legendary thing. Or I guess he's gonna stop himself somehow. So here we're not trying to play as much aggro, but it is kind of a perfect mid-range storm that I like to go for. Very much suits my style of play. Even though I'm not the biggest fan always of buffing, I'm more a fan of just like stuff that's kind of big and hard to get rid of and prevents their ability to use removal, like obviously the dragon fruit. Mushroom nut. Okay, that's not a bad thing. 5-3. It will actually survive. Bootleg pirate deck, am I right? Is what this guy is using. Pun intended. We haven't gotten much occasion to use this little mushroom thing since we wasted 500 gems on it either for the vent card. Just because it has to do with stopping them from playing tricks, I kind of liked it. And I'm kind of a fiend at wasting these things when the cheat death is a power only one has achieved, and it's this fucking random mushroom guy. I've heard of magic mushrooms, but this is an anti-magic mushroom. Which is really not that big of a deal. It's just does 2 damage to them every time they play a trick, but still, it kind of discourages it. He just looks so badass though. If there was a PvZ MMO, this would literally be me. I'd be a tank using a walnut shield item. There is actually quite a bit of potential for that. Like, you know, like in-universe. I mean, if Adventure Quest can do it, there's an Adventure Quest MMO, then why can't there be a PvZ MMO? Like, where you just create a character, you level up, you go around a big world. That is actually an awesome idea. As much as they milk the IP, I'm surprised they haven't done that. I want to see some guy who's really rich, like Elon Musk, do shit like that. Like, he'll just buy every IP. He's like, I feel like making a game today, so fuck it, let's just do it. And you're obviously just doing the financing element, but like you could make Half-Life 3 happen somehow. Or just whatever, rip off of it and make your own that kind of feels like it you can just kind of do whatever you want. Sure, money isn't a substitute for a good game, but you can at least do it as like a hobby. That's totally something I would do if I was rich. Like, just fucking make your own studio and just make random shit, or buy a IP. I feel like people are always too afraid to try to do stuff like that because, like, oh, they don't know how to do it, so they won't even try. That is how you get some of the worst things ever sometimes, is like somebody with just money, but they don't really know what the fuck they're doing. Like Michael Jordan owning a team in the NBA was very much like that. You can put the little dark matter dragon fruit down, and we have 2 of them, so we should be in a very good... We should be in a very good spot. What do you do on a Friday night? I play fucking PvZ Heroes. Is that not the most badass thing to do ever? No, I didn't see it. We can try again after this one. Okay, let's see if we can survive this. Damn it. Imagine having 2 dark matter dragon fruits out there, but we're still gonna lose somehow. We can play both him and use the ice. It's not that I couldn't, like... Or he's still gonna hit me there anyway, though. But at least everything will die. And I almost should have put it... Whatever, he should be dead, but... Like, how do you survive this? It's because his block meter will save him from all of it, so it doesn't matter. What the fuck? I'm actually probably still gonna die. I can bounce whatever he does. Like, he can't play a trick to save his life here. Literally no trick in the game because it's going to be 12. They would stack the effect. Should have put the dragon in 1. Yeah, I was thinking that actually, but should still be fine. This is actually my dream scenario come true because it's not like, oh, he can't play some tricks or he has to play more. He literally cannot play them at all. Or whatever, I didn't really care what I was doing there. It should be over, but he's gonna do some dumb thing like trick card that's gonna save him, but you can't play it. You can't. Wait, how do you wait? What? It's a bug. It's a bug. He didn't have 13. What? It's a bug in one of 2 ways. Either it's not supposed to be 13 because maybe it doesn't apply to the superpowers, but then if it was 13, visually it said it, then it still let him play it, so something was wrong there, guaranteed. Okay, we finally do that. We get to 1,000 threshold. Yeah, either it shouldn't have read that it was 13, or he shouldn't have been able to play it. Alright, try to send it now. I feel like Fox is always much higher than that. Some of these people are consistently high up there on the ladder. Probably all using the same decks over and over, though, because that's... People say the meta is stale. I just don't see that he's online, though. But it shows somebody else is, so he can't be bugged out. That's so weird. Is that your friend's busy now? I thought I didn't even click on it. This might be the first time actually we've been over 1,000, because I think I was flirting with the idea of it, but then every time I got around there, I would spend it on something. Yeah, now I won't spend a single one of it until I see Bad Moon Rising come up, and I can get 2 of them. If it must be him sending me the request, but it's saying he's busy as he's doing it, which is very strange. I can't even challenge him either. He's not busy. Very strange. Fuck. I love that. It's telling me to try again later, but I'm not even trying anything because it won't even let me. I don't think I've ever even bothered playing casual because, like, what's the point? I always think that in Hearthstone too, like, oh, I'm using some fun gimmick themed garbage deck, but I'll still play in ranked because what does it matter? Like, I'm not really trying to prove anything, but it'll be more fun. I don't really know what's happening. Why does he appear there over him though? Shouldn't it be ranking them by... I rank all my friends by the rank in PvZ heroes, of course. So in real life, so this guy should be the highest. King me. Okay, if it doesn't work now, then I don't know what to say. Win a game with a sneaky zombie hero. Oh god, now it's doing this again. I'm seeing like several different bugs today, actually, not the least of which was that hero thing. So I'm not sure if it's meant to actually apply to that, the untrickable or, I mean, the trick cost thing. It's not like he even won because of it or anything, but just, it was weird. Yeah, now we can't even see our friends list. It started off like this, then it reset again. I guess it's just not going to work. Or maybe, okay, here, I'll reset one last time, otherwise I give up. He is trying to make the game worse, but I mean, at least they kept it online, because I guess you can't really complain. The alternative would be, in the state that it's in, they would say, like, just, you know, we're just gonna take it offline. For fuck's sake. Do you think that would work if we played in casual? We can try it. Okay, so tell me when to queue up then. We have to do it at like exactly the same time, and it probably still won't work though, because this game is just bustling and overflowing with players. Nope. God damn it. Gotta be a bot or something. Maybe that breaks my rule of never playing a casual game. Not that it really matters even, but just... this shouldn't count against Green Shadow either. Yeah, what are the chances that it's this exact same time, that's in exactly the same format, somebody else would be playing? Like, how active can this game possibly be? Tell you if I will or not. This also goes with the whole untrickable idea of just the whatever, punishing you for playing tricks if you win or not. Okay. Oh yeah, he got matched up against somebody else too. Let's just try to flood the board as much as possible, but I don't mean with the environment, haha. You're doing a trick only deck. Oh wow. Be interesting to play against me like this, assuming it's a zombie thing, because you would get destroyed by the Dark Matter Dragon Fruit if I could even get to the point of being able to play it. Which oftentimes I don't. Ironic, you're putting the fire one on the ice or on the water environment, which doesn't seem to bother it at all. But the cool thing about this is you get to basically kill it for free. But it wouldn't have mattered because you weren't gonna die to it anyway. That's the whole irony of casual, at least in like games like Hearthstone. You would sometimes see people using their legend rank 1 decks in there because they want to practice it without risking losing their rank in there. And so you end up fighting higher rated players in that than you would in ranked, because unless your rank is that high too, which it probably isn't. So that's good. -1, -1, doesn't really matter. Definitely getting dividends from the water environment thing. Bog of Enlightenment. What's better, the Tree of Wisdom or the Bog of Enlightenment? Go ahead, just do that. Who gives a shit? It'd be such a shame if we actually lost in a casual match. But again, it could be to a rank 50 or whatever for all you know. That's the one shame of Hearthstone. Even this game shows your opponent's ranks, but Hearthstone won't do it. Like, what does that prove? That you're going against a bot, or they have to matchmake you against weird matchups that are completely different. Like you're a bronze and you're getting matched up against a diamond player just because they don't have enough people to fill it in. Oh, you died? It doesn't even show that he's online. Or I guess it doesn't show anybody's online. What is this guy doing? You get a DC win even in casual. I guess his internet is casual too. Yeah, that's good. I don't know if that would count towards the daily quest either, because I didn't even have one to potentially do. Okay, I guess it just won't work though. See you tomorrow.